Josh's dad, Steven, even tried to claim that Susan would come on to him, which absolutely was not true because Susan would tell everyone that she actually got the creeps from her husband's father, and for good reason. Susan's two sons, who were only 4 and 2 years old when she disappeared, started to say some really disturbing things. Charlie would just blatantly say that his mother was dead, and then Braden drew a family photo which had him, his brother, and his dad in their family minivan, and when someone asked him where his mom was, he said that mommy was in the trunk. The police actually did a search on the home that Josh was living in with his sons and his dad, and the police found some really, really disturbing things. Very, very, very creepy. Josh's dad had over 4,000 photos of Susan that were taken without her realizing. The police also confiscated 3 computers, and I don't even want to know what they found on them, but afterwards, Josh's dad, Steven, was arrested for having bad photos of children, as well as for watching someone without their permission. He served 7 years in prison for this, was released in 2017, and then passed away in 2018. But afterwards, Charlie and Braden were removed from Josh's custody and put in the custody of Susan's parents. Josh was offered supervised visitation if he agreed to move out of his father's home, which ended up being a terrible, tragic mistake. Josh did end up making that move. He moved out of his dad's house, got his own place, but Josh was not happy with supervised visitation. He wanted full custody of his kids, but Josh was denied full custody after a court hearing where they found that Josh was drawing some disturbing cartoons. Don't even want to know what those were. It was recommended that Josh get an evaluation, but in the meantime, he was still allowed to have supervised visits of his 2 sons with a caseworker present. But after that court hearing, Josh started to plan something terrible. He bought a bunch of gasoline, he donated all of his son's toys to a thrift store, and then he sent goodbye and apology emails to all of his family members. On February 5th, 2012, Josh had a scheduled visit with his 2 sons, but reportedly, Charlie and Braden did not want to go to their dad's house that day, but they had to. A caseworker named Elizabeth picked the 2 boys up from Susan's parents' house and drove them to their father's house. And when they got there, the 2 boys just hopped out of the car and they ran up to their dad. But before the caseworker could catch up to them, Josh slammed the door in her face and locked it. Caseworker Elizabeth starts freaking out. She says that she never had anything like this happen to her ever. She's knocking on the door, she's begging Josh to open it, and then she hears Josh say, "Charlie, I have a big surprise for you." And then afterwards, she said she could hear the boys crying and screaming. And we now know that's because their father, Josh, was attacking them with a hatchet. Caseworker Elizabeth then starts to smell an overwhelming